Digital transformation is going to a big expansion, and this expansion is going to go through all customer segments, so from the smallest possible companies to the very large government institutions. And we as an operator need to make sure that it's easier and easier for companies to adopt new digital tools for improving their own businesses. How can we do that? We need to do that by simplifying the opportunities for companies to choose which digital tools they need. And we need to ensure that these tools are pre-curated so that they work together very well without putting the burden on companies to scout new technologies and make them work together. More and more telecom operators are acting at different layers of the technology stack. We used to focus only on connectivity, but now we are looking at connectivity, at security, at cloud, and at the solutions on top. The combination of these elements actually provide a technology solution to business problems that specific industry verticals can have. So now I'm actually seeing more and more collaboration and co-creation with industry verticals to solve specific problems. For example, we are working very extensively with the manufacturing industries to understand how we can redesign the processes of manufacturing on the shop floors by using private networks that are 5G based, that essentially can connect all the machinery together and create control panels that are much easier and faster to deploy. Our industry has always been fascinated by technology, and whenever it comes to security, we tended to focus historically on securing either locations or specific pieces of equipment. We actually, however, have a wealth of information about users. We know the identity of users, or at least we can verify the identity of users. We know how they behave, and we can actually spot now with analytics any potential divergence from their current and normal behavior. So by having all these capabilities focused on users, identity management, and authentication of users and so on, we can actually have a big spotlight on the human side of security that I think is very, very important, because more than 80% of security attacks are currently done and successful using valid credentials, and these credentials have been phished somewhere or collected somewhere. So we need to be very careful, not just in protecting the data as we already know how to do, but also focus on all the elements that the telecom operators can collect about users to ensure that there is an effective real-time monitoring on user behavior, and use that as an additional tool to prevent cybersecurity risks. I think as an industry, our mobile industry can actually provide a standard and consistent fabric and set of guidelines that we can set and follow across the world for what concerns to security, data management, and so on. I think today regulators tend to be very focused on data management and try to have a local approach, ensuring that the data is protected and localized. I think that can be safeguarded as a trend. However, I think there are much more important alignments from the industry and from security perspective that the regulator have to ensure amongst themselves in terms of security standards that can be enforced across the world at the highest level. I think with that in place, we as operators can commit to working together to ensure that these security standards are essentially matched and implemented across the world in a way that then can provide operators and government more flexibility in deciding data sovereignty and specific local regulatory details.